of guys!
It's a gaggle of guys! It's the second one we've seen. What is going on? Is it Men's Day in Gaylord?
Oh, it's Melinda!
Oh! I get looks and talks when I push my own cart. I've been here alone because Jeremiah wanted to go to GameStop, but now he's back.
Liar.
Just showed up. I'm not lying.
I know. I know.
Rude.
It's a joke. Calm down. It's a joke.
Rude.
No, you're being rude. It's a joke.
So anyways, I was alone for about 15-20 minutes-ish and pushing my cart, getting my stuff, and a couple ladies stopped me and said, "Why are you doing that on your own?" And I'm like, "Because I'm alone." "Don't you have anyone to come with you?" "Not today." "Well, it's going to be hard to push that cart once it's full, isn't it?" "Well, yeah, that's why I only put items in the part of the cart where I can reach, which is where the children sit." "Oh, how are you going to get groceries with doing that?" "With my talent." And then they just gave up and walked away. And then I had 3 kids stare, which kids staring isn't as bad as adults staring, because I get it. Kids are curious. They want to know why, what is going on. You know, they don't understand fully. But adults, like, I didn't need those conversations in my life. But I gladly answered them. And now I'm going to continue pushing my cart, even though my husband is here, just to prove how independent I am.
And I would do it if she asked me to.
He would.
I was going to offer it, but
He
now,
was.
now
I
seeing
felt
this,
it coming, but I feel like I have to now.
You don't have to.
So,
You don't have to prove anything.
improving my point in my independence.
No, people need to do this crazy trick that I saw recently. Alright? This crazy trick that you do with your nose. Alright? Ready? And you see how it stayed on my face and out of other people's business? Other people need to do that.
Preach it, brother.
Other people need to do that.
Agreed. Some people are much more receptive to kindness than others, and this was proven to me. Like, I've told you guys about the girl at Dollar Tree. Are you okay there?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay. And then
ignition was knocking out the wood, and I turned the key, so I had to force it.
Gotcha. And then today we were at Aldi, and this lady had 2 cartons of eggs, a thing of milk, a gallon of milk, and then like a parfait ice cream thing, which are really good. And I went over to her and I said that I was trying to commit 100 acts of kindness, and I asked her if I could just go ahead and buy her groceries for her, because it was like maybe like what, $7?
Yeah,
maybe. And she was like, "Oh yeah, that's cool, thank you so much." And then she thought that I had only said buy the eggs for her, so she went to go and pay for the ice cream and the milk that she was getting. And the lady, the cashier, was like, "No, that girl, she paid for your groceries." And then she came over, gave me a big hug, and gave me one of her ice creams because it was in a 2-pack. So some people are more receptive for sure, and I just wanted to share that with you. Out to the kitchen to get in the fridge to get a water because I just finished exercising and your girl needs to rehydrate. And I saw something that is very perplexing because it was not here earlier in the day when I put away all the groceries we just bought. So something tells me when my dear loving husband put away the meat that he packaged up to go in the freezer, he had to clear some room. I don't know if you can tell, but that's a pizza on top of the fridge, and I can't reach it. I'm gonna have to figure it out. Like, I'm gonna have to pull it down with like a spoon or tongs or something. Tongs will probably work better, honestly, because then you can just like claw it. But anyways, why, Jeremiah? Why? I'm trying to grow as a person and not be so irritated at things that people post. But there is a post that goes around on Facebook, And in the last week, it has made its way on, I swear, like 10 of my friends' walls. And it's the post that says, if your spouse was in a wheelchair, would you still love them? Why is that a question? Why? People in wheelchairs still deserve love. People in wheelchairs are not less people whatsoever. In fact, you know what? People in wheelchairs deal with so much that I dare to say that they're a little bit more well-rounded. Because people in wheelchairs deal with so many things that able-bodied people don't. And the fact that so many people, including friends of mine, post things like that or think that way, it's just kind of disgusting to me, honestly. Like, there's no reason to think that way whatsoever. Jeremiah, what are your thoughts?
That's retarded.
That's it?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm in the middle of something right now. I don't have a lot of. I'm sorry. Obviously, I think. Shoot.
Cool. So, usually I would post on there, well, I'm in a wheelchair. Do I deserve love?
Yeah.
But I haven't done that in the last week, and I'm just so sick of seeing those darn posts that I'm about to. And I'm sure that people think they have well intentions when they say that, but it's just like saying a blind person doesn't deserve love, or what?
I think it's more of like, what kind of person are you? It's not saying that they don't deserve love. It's more saying, are you good enough to do that? But I also think, like, yeah, of course I would. You know, I agree with you. Why is that even a question? You know,
It shouldn't be a question of character at all. It should just be a thing that isn't even seen, you know? A wheelchair does not define a person.
No, it's just how
and
they get
I'm
around.
living proof of that.
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
just how
It's just how you get around.
they get around.
And you're fantastic. I love you.
I love you too.
I loved you before we were married. You know, I got you with you when you were in a wheelchair, you know? And
Right.
I'll be with you regardless.
It just really irritates me and makes it seem like it would be the end of the world if two able-bodied people were together and then one of those able-bodied people got in an accident and was paralyzed or lost their legs or whatever, you know, and had to be in a wheelchair. That would be such the end of the world that they wouldn't deserve love anymore.
Yeah, that...
I don't think people
who leave their significant other or their boyfriend or their girlfriend or their spouse or whatever, because they have a disability now, that's just very, very, very weak.
It is.
It's extremely
And it
weak
shouldn't be a
shallow.
question of character at all. Like, if you would leave your spouse because they happened to be winding up in a wheelchair, you're a piece of crap. I'll say it. And you shouldn't need to post something on Facebook stating that you wouldn't leave your spouse. And this brings me to another point. You cannot say that you would stay with a person if they were in a wheelchair until you experience that. You can't. Because you don't know the difficult things that a spouse who is able-bodied goes through with their spouse in a wheelchair. You don't know the looks. You don't know the pity that people give. You don't know anything.
Really
You don't know the hardship. You don't know how difficult, or how much work, rather, not how difficult, how much work it is to be the person that helps get the wheelchair in and out of the car, that drives around if the person in the wheelchair can't drive yet, that pretty much supports, you know? It's a lot of support. And you can't say that you would go through that until you have the opportunity to experience it.
Yeah.
That's another one of my points. And I could make so many more points. I could write them all down and read them to you, but I'm trying to not be angry at this. But I'm angry at it. And I'm about 2 seconds away from the very next person popping up in my timeline who's saying that I'm going to say something to them. I used to say something to everybody every single time, but then I kind of got more patient with it. But now I'm like just getting angry at it all over again because it's making a hard rollover in everybody's, well, not everybody, but it feels like 7 out of 10 people are reposting it, and it's like they don't even think of what different points that can make. There are so many different points that post can make. And even if you would say it in real life, like, come on. Be a little more intelligent, in my opinion. But I just wanted to get this out of my system and tell you the importance of thinking about what you post before you post it.